Well, welcome back, viewers. We are getting ready for something pretty intense. But as always, let's go ahead and go over some of our announcements. I'll give you a little peek of these guys, what they're up to. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with an announcements. We always start off with the new followers that we didn't get a chance to mention. We want to make sure that Polka Dot Fox, new follower over the break, and Pequeno Pombo. That I'm digging these names that are becoming some of our followers lately. Thank you for having really cool names, because we've had some cool stuff like Asteroid Blizz. I really enjoy creativity in naming. So, on we go with sponsors. Of course, we're always doing get good sponsors to help us out with our streams. Ambient Realms, which has, you know, some of those cool sounds that you always hear. We are working on new stuff with them. So make sure and check them out. Next thing is Arknight, of course. They have a game coming out, plus they have flat plastic minis, all that kind of good stuff. So make sure and check them out. Arknight, I think it's arknight.com. So, we just got a new follower right now. Tabletop Potluck, thank you for following. So, thank you very much. Thanks for following. We want to go ahead and go on to our announcements of what's going on this week. Okay? This week, tomorrow, Chronicles of Karate is back. And on Friday, our brand new podcast will be dropping. Very first episode. It will be with Jeff Roivas. So on Friday, look for that on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, all those good places. And we also have early access on our Patreon right now. So if you want to hang out and check out our Patreon, it's there. So next week, Generation Hero is back. We are going for a few weeks in a row right now. So this is going to be super awesome. And next week we have, on Wednesday, we'll have One Shot Action Theater will be back. So make sure and check out this week, next week, all that good stuff. Also, we have a local event coming up this month, end of the month, on the 29th. We will be out at New Glory Brewing. They have asked us to come out there and hang out with them, drink a pint, and play some board games and some RPGs. How can you say no? So, without further ado, make sure to check out all those goodies that are happening this week. We've got a lot of content coming. I'm going to give it over to these guys so that we can not hear me anymore. All right? And not see my face. So.
All right.
Farewell, Scooter.
Well, I'll pop in the end. Okay. Hello and welcome to another episode of Generation Hero, the epic superhero saga that takes you through the entirety of comic book history, one issue at a time. But today, there are no heroes. There's only villains. Yeah, lots of evil laughter. But maybe end the laughter, because these heroes are in prison. That's right. This special.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right. This special episode of Generation Hero, Generation Villain, Hard Time. So I'll kind of set the stage a little bit, and then we'll go around and meet our heroes. It's still the 1980s. We're still sort of in new waves, but a new era has hit the superhero world. Like we talked about some of our previous episodes, superheroes, they're on the outs. Instead, the free market with Commando Corps, part of the Kestrel Corporation, are out there fighting the villains in the world on behalf of America, Ronald Reagan, and all that good stuff. But when you have the military superhero industrial complex, you also have the supervillain prison industrial complex. And this privately run prison is a perfect example of that horrible concept. It is called the Cemetery Coast Super Security Prison. Supervillains from all over the country, all over the world, are put inside, locked up, shoved together. They're given negation collars that can be activated to shock them and completely nullify whatever powers they have. And these 5 unfortunate prisoners are the fish in this prison world. So let's start with Marvin. Some of you guys are playing old villains or old heroes, but some of you are playing totally new characters too, and Marvin is as well. So I want to know who that villain is, what their powers are, and what are you in for? What crime do they get busted for that sent them to Cemetery Coast?
Right, so, hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm playing Elric, the cyborg vampire, who uses the villain name Cyberfang, a former movie star who got his rise starring, I think co-starring, in one of Azandu's movies. One of the first movies he ever made, in fact.
Disco Disaster?
Yes!
Whoa!
But stardom comes with a cost. He attracted the wrong people, and those people were vampires. He cursed them to this undeath life, so he went to the US government for a cure. But instead of a cure, they made him a weapon, a cyborg. So he swore revenge against the US for turning him into this monster who can never star in another movie again. That was his life.
Oh man, no fame for a cyber vampire.
So he's in jail right now for, well, his revenge scheme.
Makes
Committing
sense.
revenge.
Yeah, I
and
guess
also, random organism and everything.
that makes sense. That makes sense. After that, we have Kat playing a returning character.
Hi, I am playing Sister Midnight. I am in prison at the moment of my own volition. Occasionally, the government takes me out when they need advice about things that I can see, because I live in all points in time between the year 1957 and 2016. I haven't aged because I don't until November 8th of 2016, at which point I don't see anything at all. I don't know if I die or not. You don't see your own death coming. No, Iggy, I think that really it looks good rolling around on the stage like that. It's just there's a champagne flute sticking out of your chest.
Interesting. After that, we have Eric playing another new character.
Hello everyone, I am Eric. I will be playing the product of yet another super soldier program known as the Seamstress, because he can thread a needle with a sniper rifle at 5 kilometers, and his squad mates are dick bags. So his powers are going to be his signature weapon, which he calls Thread, and a mechanical arm and a cybernetic eye. So his powers are really easy to express. Just take his toys away.
They probably left you the eye, at least. They were nice enough to do
And,
that.
I will be speaking with a Batman voice. I don't know how this sounds over the microphone, but he's a very gruff guy and hates his coat name.
Hey, chef's kiss on that gruff voice.
That was always fumbles.
Yeah.
Batman voice.
After that, we have Nick with a returning villain.
Yep. Yep. I am Nick, and I am returning with Blink, the delinquent who has a twin brother with the powers of teleportation and psychic weapons. Sort of last saw him in the bank heist gone wrong. So since then, he's been sort of living off of what he got, and every once in a while running a few jobs if he feels like it. So, and this is sort of a fun job for him. So he purposely got caught.
Oh, interesting. And then finally, a returning player. Very good to see him back. It's Michael.
Yes, and I will be also playing Blink, the other half of Blink. And as he would say, it was age before beauty, since he was the second born. Same power set, maybe a little more, because I am playing out of the joint playbook. And yeah, he got arrested on purpose as well.
Ooh, brothers in jail. So we'll start with all of you guys entering the yard. You were introduced to Gen Pop. I think Sister Midnight, you were taken out of your
Yeah, out of my ISO chamber, which they shouldn't do.
Well, they did, because this place, it's a for-profit prison. And hey,
Sloof.
yeah, and hey, they're all like supervillains, so who really cares? You guys, so you're all wearing various orange jumpsuits. The negation collars, these tight steel bands, are around your throats. You head out into the sunshine. You can see that Cemetery Coast is built in kind of a... Oh yeah, not so good for you. They're not going to give a vampire like a sun visor. They don't have the money to spend on that. Yeah.
I spend my time in the darkest corner I can find.
Ooh. Well, there's some shadows. It's a pretty sunny day right now, though. There's like, a baseball or basketball game going on. People are working out in the weights, relaxing on just the stadiums, playing chess, just trying to pass the time. It's a co-ed prison, too, by the way. Because...
I think so.
Yep, because Cemetery Coast, they don't have time to... They don't have the money to spend on separate men's and women's dormitories. As you guys are heading out, you are accosted and greeted by a very brawny individual, one of the hacks, a CO by the name of Officer Studge. You can tell that by his name tag.
Officer Stud?
Studge.
Studge. That's
Yeah.
cool.
The ladies would call him Stud, perhaps, or so he would say.
Officer Studge.
Studge, yeah. He is like a shaved head, pretty, brawny looking guy wearing the dark uniform of the Cemetery Coast correctional officers. So he kind of pops in front of you and says, well, looks like we got some newcomers and someone else coming to Gen Pop. Mm-hmm.
Is it Officer Stooge?
It's Studge. Can you read, buddy?
Be nice to him. He dies of prostate cancer in 8 years.
What? Anyway, just consider me your friend. People see the guards, the hacks, think of us as like, we're enemies, but hey, Officer Studge is here to be your friend. Provided you got the green that can forge that friendship, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't need friends, Stooge.
It's Studge. And I think you do. Because if you got no friends here in the cemetery, you're going to be buried here. Let me lay it out for you. And he kind of points over to the yard. Right now we got two major powers in this prison. First of all, there's the Monster Nation. And on one side of the yard you can see a bunch of monster-looking individuals. They're like animal people, or just straight monstrous people. You might sort of fit in with them because it was a vampire.
I didn't realize we had a petting zoo.
Oh, don't I know it, brother.
You could just say their poor souls have had unfortunate accidents.
You're one of those one-liners, so it's something.
I try.
Well, the Monster Nation, some of them got turned into animal people. Others were born that way. They're led by some kind of a female gorilla by the name of Katie Kong. She might have been Dawn Kong on the outside, and inside she's a shot caller for the monsters. None of you guys seem that monstrous, even this one. But you got a funny eye. So maybe steer clear of them. On the other side of the yard, you got the Elemental Mafia. Those guys, they got fire, ice, lightning powers, so they kind of stick together. Basically, you're banded by your blood, what your power set is. But you
I don't
five,
see any psychics.
yeah, it's just not enough of them. So you five seem kind of like you're a bunch of lonely weirdos.
Well, there's nowhere else I can go with the freaking sun blinding me.
Could be
Did
a
they
problem.
not let you have sunglasses?
They have sunglasses.
I'm wearing them.
You're allowed sunglasses?
Been told my eyes are disconcerting.
Yeah, we gave her sunglasses. You can I'll give you some if you pay me.
The collar only does so much to control it, you see.
Look, basically what I'm saying is, do right by Studge, I'll get your commissary account way up there. You get all the sunglasses you want.
I kind of need more than sunglasses.
Well,
Like
I should
a
say
poncho,
so. You
maybe.
want sunscreen? You want a poncho? I can make it happen. But
You're going to catch fire and die now. No, you're not.
see, things are looking up already.
They don't let me take my cocaine.
Well, actually, you want to talk to Studge about that, baby? I can hook you up.
What kind of guard are you?
A kind of guard. He's got his fingers in a lot of pies. Now, what I'm saying is, look, Studge may be your friend, but there's still certain lines you don't cross. Basically, I operate in a strict "don't start none, won't be none" policy.
How you shot me?
Oh,
Nothing.
never mind. Anyway, do what you want with these bozos out here, but don't fuck with the guards, and especially don't fuck with the warden. You got it? Are we clear?
Don't have sex with the warden.
What? No, dang it!
That's-
Warden Graves is not to be messed with.
Well,
Oh,
that's
good,
pretty much
because
it.
we've had sex.
Oh,
Get on board.
really?
Oh, wow.
Interesting. You didn't mention that in our last meeting.
Why would you? Can you call me for a favor?
I could, but I don't.
Damn.
Don't do it. Anyway, what about you, long, tall, identical, and silent? You understand the rules here?
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I was looking for an umbrella.
Good to know. You guys should be a lot more like him. All right, well, I'll leave you to it. Tom
I am a
Tall,
lot like him.
enjoy your stay.
He doesn't know, though. Let me think. Does he figure it out? Maybe.
So,
You should see a doctor, but you won't.
he's already walking away. I think the line about the prostate cancer got him a little spooked. He'll probably want to try and get checked out now.
Do you see the future?
Simultaneously. Yes.
She's an interesting character, I would say.
We've met before and do again. You, though, I'm meeting for the first time.
Not exactly.
Yes. Well, there were 9 months. But first time face to face, yes.
No, second time in. Well, yeah,
So all three of you have worked together before.
it was a casino job.
So,
Didn't exactly go as planned.
so you have some experience with like breaking into places. Do you know how to break out of a place?
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
but it's just a little harder when you're used to doing everything with powers. 'Cause,
Teleportation
know.
makes things a lot easier.
Well, speaking of things being easier, or rather the opposite, someone is approaching you. It is a member of the Elemental Mafia. He has like bright dyed red hair, going kind of a. What are these things? Go like they're cylindrical and they go straight up.
Liberty spikes?
Sort of like that. Or maybe like a flat top is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pompadour?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that actually makes more sense for this guy. All dyed a very, very bright, fiery red. And he has kind of reddish looking skin too. So he's coming by. He's got a few other Elemental Mafia hangers on. And he's like, hey, here you can see the future.
Sometimes.
You see me kicking your ass in there?
Really do.
Yeah, the name's Rad Roast. I'm the raddest fire villain in the yard, man.
Ah, crap. Rubies.
I blink behind him.
What? Why? That was a cool trick. It won't work again.
Rad roast.
Yeah, that's my name. Rad Roast, okay?
You're
Learn
asking
it.
if I see the why you're dead by the end of the day.
Well, okay, that does it. He holds up his hand and a burst of fire
Okay.
fills his fist.
I'm going to charge up myself.
Alright, I think, yeah, now's the time for that.
Yeah, I
You can see the other
since I'm
elementals.
Since I'm behind him, I just grab the make a dagger and just put it in his throat.
Oh, yeah, okay. Why don't you give me a directly engage for that one?
I get to mark 3 conditions and
Oh,
hold
no.
2
Oh, cool! Well, conditions can be good for later. So, how'd you do with the dagger to the throat?
4.
I
right.
would like to pick up
You went to start.
So I'm sitting on a bench. I'm going to stand up, pick it up with one arm, and throw it in between the fire blast and Sister Midnight and try and defend her.
Okay. Let's have you roll for the defend, and then we'll get what happens with you, and then you can do your move too.
Okay, cool.
That's
Or we'll
9.
go you after Eric. Actually,
So
or actually, no. I better do this first. You're gonna get hit.
uh,
She's okay, but the 9 to defend.
I'll
So-
either expose myself to danger or escalate the situation.
All right, I'm gonna say escalate the situation, unless you really want to be exposed to danger.
Yeah, let's escalate the situation. I think,
All right.
I think we're in the middle of a prison fight.
For sure. Yeah, this is a brawl in the yard is taking place.
And I only have one arm.
And Nick, you might be one of the first casualties because Rad Roast blasts his hand back, and while part of his fire hits the bench and is blocked, though the bench is melted. He is going to hit you with a fiery blast. You're taking powerful blow.
We roll to defend that.
I'm going to say no. Cause yeah, it's happening. What happened there, Nick? Or what happened there, Blink? Not good. Ooh. All right. Could be. Well, you're choosing one from that top list. So now, Sister Midnight, what are you going to do as the
Sure.
entire Elemental Mafia is rushing
I
in to match you
use
guys?
Snatch on Rad Roast. So I spend 1 burn to use my powers to seize any one object up to the size of a person from someone within view. So I just kind of reach out my hand, and then his heart is in my hand, and then I crush it.
Whoa. Okay. Do you need to roll for a snatch?
Nope. I
Oh
just
man.
burn.
All right, you rip the heart right out of him, and he drops right there on the yard.
Boop, boop.
I catch some of the dripping blood on my finger.
Oh, yes.
It's delicious, but a little warm.
Nice.
Oh god.
It's the first drink I've had in about a
Anybody
week.
else want their future red?
Oh man, Rad Roast's fire is
Red.
out. So some of the other Elemental Mafia people are freaking out a bit. They're like, Rad Roast, man. I'm gonna say they're starting to fall back, but they're still like a little, like they're freaked out by this, but now their blood is up, and some of them are like getting the courage ready to make another sortie, another attack on you guys.
Oh.
Unless you do something you got.
Any of them near the other blink?
Yeah, I'm gonna say a lightning powered one named Bolt Bro.
Bro.
Yes.
So, okay.
He's a shirtless fellow, lots of tattoos of lightning bolts, and he's covered in electricity.
So, because of the powerful blow, I'm losing control of myself.
Oh, okay. What's happening there?
Basically, instead of I would say just like a bunch of psychic daggers just erupt around me in a circle.
Ooh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna say one of those psychic daggers is hitting you.
Ah, crap.
Eric, you moved, so you're okay, but you're getting hit with a psychic dagger. Unless one of you guys wants to defend the other from these daggers.
Oh, can I defend by grabbing the psychic dagger to use
Sure.
against somebody else?
Yeah, but it's gonna be. So you're grabbing the one that's that's about to attack him?
Mhm.
Alright, why don't you roll defend, and we'll see if you can each roll take a powerful blow.
Okay.
It might hurt you because if you roll wrong, you're gonna like grab by the blade.
No
I think.
worries.
Should be a hurtful grab.
Savior, that is going to be a 10.
Ooh,
No,
nice.
Sorry, 9.
Still nice.
Math is not my
Pretty good. Okay, so you do catch it, but unfortunately, with a 9, you're just on the edge there, so you catch it by the blade. It does bite into your hand. So
Okay.
you can take a powerful blow. Oh no! All right, I'll let you do something with the dagger before you get the effect of that.
We'll just chuck it towards the guy who is doing the lightning.
All right, maybe I'll do. Well, let's see what happens with your take a powerful blow.
Okay, well that was 11, so.
All right, which one are you picking there?
Uh,
Man, both Blink brothers
Yeah.
having a rough time. in
you know, this
prison.
happened last time too.
Did someone hurt you?
I think
I can.
he hurt himself grabbing
grab
a
the dagger.
psychic dagger.
Yeah, I grabbed the psychic dagger by the wrong end.
Appreciate it though, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Catch us more blood.
Oh
I mean, I really appreciate
Like
it.
Cyber Fang.
You catch my blood?
Yes.
Before he can lick his blood, I go,
I will also lose control of my powers.
Oh,
Terrible
great!
way.
More psychic daggers. Okay, Eric. Or Seamstress. This time one of the daggers is coming at you, so you're taking off a blow.
Slightly smoky flavor.
Yeah, that's a snake eyes.
Nice.
I'm fine.
Ooh, how do you avoid this dagger zooming towards you?
I do like a full Neo.
Whoa, and it just goes right over your head, so you're safe. So we still got Bolt Bro. Cyberfang, what are you doing?
So I've had my fill of blood, thanks to Sister Midnight here, and thanks to that guy.
Just grab the heart.
Just squeeze it like a nice lemon. Oh man.
I gave you the heart, so.
If you were hit, I'd let you do a comfort, if that counts as a comfort and support. But
Does it count as a comfort and support?
yeah, actually, you can roll a comfort and support for that one because
Cool.
even if there's no injury, you get to mark
That's right.
potential if it
Comfort and
succeeds.
support is mundane, right?
It is mundane. Yeah, giving somebody a heart, just a nice mundane,
Oh, you know
normal
what?
thing.
That's an 8, so.
It's like giving water to somebody who's been dying of thirst.
Yeah.
That's an 8, so you're welcome.
All right. So you can mark potential.
Sweet.
By the way, I don't know if pulling out his heart counted as a foolhardy action or not.
I'm gonna say no.
It doesn't really, right?
Yeah, because you're fighting. You're using your powers to fight him in a normal way.
So, I'm
I
gonna
think
be the
they're
monster.
angry though. 'Cause I
That
think
makes
they're
sense.
doing badly.
All right, so be the monster, which is like go all. So what exactly are you doing to show off your nasty cyber vampire side?
So, my eye glows red, one eye is cyber eyes,
Oh man, we got 2 cyber eye characters. I love it.
and I show my fangs, and all the cybernetic enhancements I've had, including, bladed claws, there's armor, stuff. And I think, yeah, let's include a jetpack as well. Because, cybernetics interfere with, magical flying abilities of vampires.
Whoa.
But I see all these little flesh bags full of blood right in front of me. Oh, more for the feast.
Oh man. All right, let's see how be the monster does.
So, 7 plus 3, 10.
Woof. All right, so I think so. What's the result for that one? I think it's something for a 10.
So, on a hit, they are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to me, or they flee. On a 10, I choose one of these effects. Frighten others I had not intended to scare. Hurt someone or break something I shouldn't have. Or feel like more of a monster afterward.
Break a collar. Totally break a collar.
Well, you could try.
I'm still in the corner.
Ooh, so which one are you picking from that bottom list there?
I feel like more of a monster afterward.
Well, I'm sorry, Cyberfang, but the good news is you scared off the Elemental Mafia. They start moving back, and then their boss kind of waddles over. He has, some of you guys, well, as players, you know him. He once went by the name of BlizzWiz, but now he has gotten incarcerated. He has been eating a lot. So he's got kind of a substantial, girthy belly. And he has, he got both his arms torn off, or his hands torn off. So he has 2, limbs
Oh,
made
when
of
did that
ice.
happen?
That was in the 70s.
Yeah. I'm just
I
trying to
believe-
remember who did it. Was it Strange Wolf? Oh, Strange Wolf did.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe Strange Wolf was the one who took both of his arms.
Yes.
Or at least the hands, but,
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much the arms. She has big teeth.
Yeah.
So he's just got, 2 limbs kind of made of ice. They're sort of dripping in the sun. And he just says, Elemental Mafia, come on, this way. No more, no more. And they start falling back and heading out of the yard. Especially because a lockdown is now going off. So some sirens are blaring. Some of the prison guards start coming out. And all of your negation collars flash to life.
Oh, before the negation collars would have even flashed to life because I never got to dictate my other thing I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. You can do, well, they are falling back. You want to do one more thing to hurt them.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to hurt them. I
Oh,
want
okay.
to snatch something from one of the guards.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to snatch their things that turn off and on the collars.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to say you do manage to get it. And you can sort of...
I just hide it quickly.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you're not actually turning off your call, or you're not...
Not yet.
Okay. Well, it's sort of like, I mean, you could switch it off, but it would switch on because the other guards have these remotes too.
Right.
But
no.
you do have one of them, so you could switch off and on your collar.
Yeah, I'm just.
You could try to do it with others too if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until I can.
Right. Okay. So all your collars turn on, and now
all these daggers. Can we get one off?
on the collars.
No, the ones that were floating around while they're running away. Can you just get one? off?
Oh, to shoot at one? Yeah, I'll say so. Maybe you hit.
It was a radius, so you never know. That
Yeah, maybe Bolt Bro gets one in the back. Oh, poor Bolt Bro.
It's just nice right before everyone goes.
Yeah, and then so the negation callers, you're all blasted with a nasty shot. I'm not gonna make you all take a powerful blow because some of you guys got hit pretty bad. But you do all drop, and as long as they're buzzing, powers just don't work.
So that kind of snaps him out of his blood craze and is like,
I don't even have powers.
I know, you don't even have powers. You're just electrocuted.
Fine.
But you guys can't teleport.
I lost control again.
Oh, poor Cyberfang.
He's feeling guilty right now.
So you're all
So the daggers disappear.
So you're all stuck there, like wiggling on the ground. Officer Studge walks over and is looking at you guys as the rest of the guards start moving around. All the other prisoners, the ones who weren't involved in this brawl, are dropping down as well. Like every collar went off. Even a lot of the elemental mafia managed to drop.
Is it electric shock on top of the power negation?
Yes.
Okay.
So while the other guards are taking care of everybody else, Studge goes over to you and says,
To me?
not like you in general, like all five of you, because you kind of were close together. And he says, "Ugh, well, now what did I tell you about starting trouble?"
I
We
didn't
actually
start it,
did.
I ended it.
And it was awesome.
It was.
Good point. A lot of the guards, they figured you'd be the ones with your hearts getting ripped out. But I happen to bet the other way. You just made me a little bit richer, so for that, I thank you. But now, Elemental Mafia is going to want revenge. They got to do something against you to save face.
Well, can
They
we
do.
just
They fail.
can we take Rad Roast's whatever was left in his commissary and toss it your way, and you know maybe whoever else comes after us.
Interesting. Why don't you roll provoke and see if you can get Studge to do that?
And provoke is
Superior.
Yes, plus superior. How'd you do?
that would be a 6.
Okay, well, mark potential. He's like, nice
It's not very
try.
convincing.
I mean, I'm taking whatever was in Rad Roast in there anyway, so thanks. Anyway, I gotta do other stuff, so I'm gonna just open your collars up. You guys can move around now, and stay clear of trouble. See ya.
Yes, we probably won't. Nope, we definitely don't. But thank you.
And he walks away.
It's funny what you did to his hands.
Interesting. So as he is walking away, everyone's the yard is sort of going back to normal after this brawl. Look, in privately run supervillain prison, stuff like this happens all the time. It's rough. But when someone from the Monster Nation kind of creeps over to you guys to say hello, it is Scales is his name. He's a tall lizard man. I think none of you guys were in the 70s one shot, were you? The Hollywood one? No. All right. Well, this guy was a former radical member of the Lizard Liberation League, but you know, as the 70s kind of ended, they sort of fell apart, and right now he is incarcerated. So he's a lizard with some colorful tattoos working into his skin, and he pops over and says, "Good job, guys. I gotta say, I watched you take care of those elemental idiots."
I was actually not trying to provoke him. I was trying to provoke him. I was trying to provoke him to stop.
Please stop.
If I had a heart, I would love you. If I had a voice, I would sing. After
Oh.
tonight, when I wake up and see what tomorrow brings. That's not a song yet,
Huh? Okay.
but it will be.
I'll take your word for it.
Heart. Barracuda.
Huh?
Don't worry about it, dude.
It sounds like a plan. Anyway, look, word spreads fast in a place like this. You guys took care of those LV elementals, and the Monster Nation has taken notice. I'm here to give you a little invitation. If you want, follow me to the library. I think you have a gorilla friend who wants to see you.
Oh, I'm surprised you can read.
You're saying I can't read because I have like lizard eyes?
Well, you're not exactly human, are you?
Don't provoke them.
Don't worry about it. This one eventually gets tortured very badly. Not today. Don't worry.
Wait, that has already happened.
It'll happen again.
All right, look, maybe I'll just let that weird insult about lizard people. Hey, I'm very well read, okay? That's like, there's a reason the Monster Nation is posted up in the library. We're all very literate monsters.
Well, might as well go. I'm already a monster as is.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Hey, we can offer you some primo membership, man. We don't got many like undead or robots on the team, but we'd love to start. And you fit the bill for both.
Yay me.
That's the spirit. Look, the human world, they turned their back on us. You only got each other. They call you monsters. Let's all be monsters together.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean that was the Lizard Liberation League's whole thing, and that sort of fell apart. But hey, I'm still here. So follow Scales.
I am an anarchist, and I am the Antichrist. I don't know what I want, but I know how to get it.
Huh? And he's like, oh hey, Sex Pistols, right?
Oh, good, they do exist already.
Yeah, man.
What year are we in?
It's like 1980.
1980 XX.
It's 1980 something because I never specify years, so I can't be accused of being historical.
So that's, never mind the bullocks, right? Rock and roll swindle, look at each one, and metal box. Got it.
Oh, whoa, you know your stuff.
Oh, yes, it's the only decent music that the human race ever produces.
I can't argue with that. I'm sort of I like Technikiller. If you ever heard of them, they were a superhero band back in the early 60s. Didn't do too much.
I remember them.
Oh, we had one of their songs in the movies. I remember, Vizonda was actually kind of a fan of that band.
Yeah, same here.
I hear that their drummer was made out of bubblegum. I would have liked to have seen that, but I didn't.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah, the gun people, they're having a rough time too. Anyway, follow me to the library.
It's too bad they eventually become the dominant force of life on Earth.
Oh, what? You heard it here first.
I mean, that doesn't happen for like a couple centuries at least, right?
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay, cool.
All right, when we do our Generation Hero 1 million, it'll be all bubblegum people.
Sometimes I can see blips of the future beyond my own death.
So, you guys head down this hall and you reach the library. It's not the most well-furnished library, but they've been doing okay. So it's got lots and lots of bookshelves. Look, you guys know what a library is. What I have to describe it. But you are led through the shelves to a quiet reading area in the back, and there's lots of Monster Nation enforcers and goons hanging around. Definitely guards. This is definitely sort of like the heart of their operation. At the table, you can see Katie Kine, getting up there, an age gorilla woman. She's like a silverback. The female gorillas become silverbacks.
I don't think so.
No,
I think this is
it's
the
just
males.
males.
All right, that makes sense. But I'm gonna say, but you can tell she's getting on years. Like her fur is starting to thin. She's looking a little bit older.
And she was around during the heist, so.
She was not. So she does not know
that's
you
right
guys.
now.
Yeah. The heist was with Spider. So
That's
Yeah.
right.
if you remember those guys, and they might show up a little later too. Actually, their leader got his head chopped off, and a new leader is running them now.
Are there any guards around us right now?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, there's like guards kind of going around their business, like just doing their rounds, but nobody's really stopping by in the library.
Okay. I take out the thing. I turn my collar off, and then I take my collar off.
Okay. You can turn the collar doesn't actually come off though.
You just turn it off.
You just turn it off. Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
got
just
something
turn-
else. Something else is something you have to. You're gonna need something else to actually remove it from your
Okay.
body.
Then I am going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and roll conditions to charge up.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's quite effective.
Mm.
So I get to Mark 3 burn. So I'm going to spend 1 burn to move to any place I choose within the scene, and I'm going to spend another burn to move the collar elsewhere.
Okay, one more time.
Basically, I'm moving myself to one spot, and I'm moving the collar to another spot while it's deactivated.
Oh, so you're kind of like teleporting away from
Yeah.
it. All right, let me see if this works. I want you to roll.
Freak?
Yeah, let's roll plus freak. I'll call this an Unleash Your Powers thing.
Sure. Wait a second. I've got Oh, I didn't take that one. Okay. That is a 11.
Okay, I'm gonna say you do it.
Okay.
But you can't... Something is stopping you from teleporting outside of the prison.
Yeah.
There
I
is some
don't-
barrier in place there.
I don't actually want to leave the prison anyway. I just don't like them having any control over me.
Alright, so you move
That
aside.
didn't work when we tried it.
Are you revealing this to the people around you?
I
You
mean,
just go poof and then
yeah.
And they call
The
it
collar just drops.
I'm gonna
yeah.
go and grab the collar.
Ooh, okay. Are you gonna let Scales notice this?
Yeah, I let everybody notice it. She never did anything to stop it from happening.
Whoa, okay.
Now that it's off of a neck, can I pop it open or anything, or
No.
still?
Requires... So Katie Kong is like watching you and she's like... How'd you do that?
Oh, I just moved my body to one point in time where I wasn't wearing the collar, and then I moved the collar to another point in time where I was using the collar.
Could you do that for me?
No, your timeline's more fixed than mine is.
Okay.
Time hours.
Yeah, if only... I'm thinking the same thing.
I mean, I could do it to you, but you might end up inside out.
Ooh, well, not like that. Keep the fur on the outside of me. That's my motto.
Well, she wouldn't look any worse.
The people,
What the fuck?
How dare you insult a lady like that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give you one chance to take it back before I take off your face.
I'd like to see you try.
Okay, you're taking a powerful blow, unless one of these guys wants to stop her.
now, Sister Midnight starts doing the pogo for no discernible reason, but it seems like she's experiencing a concert right now.
Cool.
That is going to be an 11. So I'm going to do something cool here from the Soldier Playbook.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to choose to remove myself from the situation, but I have the move called I Can Do This All Day. When something causes you to remove yourself from a fight, you can shift Savior down and another label up instead. So she knocks me out and I just get right back up.
Whoa, okay. She takes a step back, and she's like, you're a lot tougher than normal humans. Or even normal superpowered humans.
I've been through a lot.
Yeah, you look it.
I love you, Susie!
Wait, Kat, is Susie the Banshee's 90s or 80s?
70s and...
Oh, okay. So she wouldn't sort of know that. Well, actually, I don't know. She would. She was kind of she was a probably like in her 30s gorilla equivalent when that was happening. So probably wasn't too into popular music, but with running a simian crime empire. So she's just kind of like, all right, yeah, you're look. A lot of heroes, their brains aren't that great, and even though she could pop out of her collar, I can tell she's got other issues.
No, they get a lot better than this eventually.
But you,
That was dumb, but that was impressive.
yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Great, you can take a hit. Now stop.
He doesn't even have a broken bone or anything.
Can we not provoke another group, please?
I gotta agree with this one's wisdom. You guys already got the elementals pissed off at you. You really want to take on the Monster Nation too? I was thinking of like putting you guys on the payroll, to be honest.
I thought we were just here to join the Monster Nation.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Well,
Then you're more than welcome. No offense, but
yeah.
I feel like the rest of us don't really.
I'd make you 4 honorary members, especially her. Or actually, maybe her not honorary. Maybe she's actually a monster too.
Do you have
She's-
any cocaine?
Look, you can talk to the guards. They'll fix you up with that.
Thanks.
But like, oh, all right, that wasn't. She's like, okay, that was like my bookmark, but go ahead. All right. Well, anyway, so you guys, welcome to the Monster Nation. As you can see, we like to hang out here in the library and relax. But I'm still, my mind's on what she did. Any of you guys, you want to try and get out of here?
Yeah.
For once, for that stupid field like we already are.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And look, I'd like to do the same thing, but it's kind of almost a pipe dream. That's one tree this gorilla can't climb.
No, we
But
could get
for-
you anywhere in the prison.
Probably. Yeah. That could be useful. Pop up behind Big Ice and give his love handles a little squeeze. I can get behind that.
Prank.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I can-
prank. What's she doing?
I can turn off anybody's collar with this.
Oh, interesting.
Some of you I do. Some of you I don't.
Huh.
You I do.
Well,
But I can't talk about you yet.
the collar is only part of it. Taking care of the collar, being able to use your powers, cool, but you're still stuck on Cemetery Coast. If you really want to get out, and I think you five might have a chance, especially her, if she can get the whole I'm batshit insane thing under control, might have a chance of getting out. If you want to do that, you got to talk to the one bird who has nearly flown this coop a few times, the old timer. He's down there in the ornithology section.
Just to make sure, are we talking about an actual bird? It's hard to tell with you people.
No, I'm pretty sure she's talking about a
I don't
friend
think
of
she's
birds.
speaking in puns.
Yeah, he's a friend of birds. He's not an actual monster, but we take care of him. He's sort of a, indulged uncle, you might say. Friend of the family, even if he is a little eccentric. But hey, we'll get along fine with you guys.
This is more than the usual build-up that Pigeon Prince gets.
Yeah, that's him. All right. So anyway, if you want to escape, talk to Pigeon Prince. He's
It's very good to meet you, Mr. Prince of Pigeons.
Are you going up to him right away, or?
No, she's just reaching out her hand to
Oh,
nothing in specific.
Okay, well, Katie Kong's like,
quite yet.
yeah, he's down that way. He's in the ornithology section. You gotta walk over there, honey.
Me, I'm Sister Midnight.
No, we already met. He's right there. Look, I'll let you guys take care of
Can
her.
I blink her over to you?
Yeah, you can.
Just with her hand up.
The guards do not turn on your negation collar for that.
When he does that, he'll just touch both of them and blink over there as well.
All right. So you pop into the ornithology section. You guys heading over there too?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll walk.
Didn't give him a choice.
Oh, teleporting us.
All right, and there you see a very old
faster.
fellow. He's still got his gray mustache, but he's still got his mustache. It's turned gray, and most of his hair is gone. And he's kind of stooped over, and he's the old timer here in Cemetery Coast. He's got a little pigeon. He's kind of the Birdman of Alcatraz. He's taking care of this pigeon. It is Pigeon Prince. So I don't think any of you guys, actually, I'll ask you guys. Have you guys run in with Pigeon Prince, Sentinel City's most pathetic villain?
She hasn't met him until now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just she's already met him.
Oh, yeah, because of the whole
Yeah.
living life out of order
Right.
thing?
The seamstress has definitely used pigeons as target practice.
Oh, man. Well, maybe don't mention that to the Pigeon Prince.
I'm going to assume he probably knows that I do that.
So he looks around and says, "Welcome to the domain of the Pigeon Prince.
Pleased to meet you, Prince of Pigeons.
Thank you. Very polite, I must say. Please take a seat here in my corner of the library."
I'd like to receive.
I sit down.
Ooh, perfect. So, I take it you little birds wish to take wing and escape.
Supposedly you've almost done.
Keep your voice down! There's guards everywhere listening.
The one being loud.
I am
Enough!
I am Sister Midnight. Perhaps you have heard of me. Yes, you have.
Oh, well, your name has perhaps done the rounds. A little bird told me, you might say.
Yes. Yes, your pigeons were often near the isolation tanks.
Exactly. A flock gathers here now and then, and I can commune with my feathered buddies, but alas, these collars prevent me from truly using them. But are you hiding the fact that you're not wearing a collar?
I am not hiding that fact at all.
Whoa, okay. He's like, but you have no collar at all.
That is correct. I love the new hair. No, it's really good. It's a Japanese sort of thing, right? It's great. It's great. I think they're really going to love it.
I don't believe there's anything Japanese about my hair.
She sees the future.
Oh, interesting.
You give me a piece of paper and some pencils.
Here.
Okay. She starts writing.
Totally bird shit crazy. Just
She
ignore
starts
her best
writing
you
things
can.
down.
Bird shit.
Actually, I'm not crazy. I just live all points of
She
time
keeps
at
saying
once.
that,
Yeah, she might be crazy, but then again, who am I to condemn the eccentric?
I mean, you do talk to pigeons, so.
True.
We all have our quirks.
So, here's the situation. You wish to escape, I wish to escape, and I've tried it before, but my, and he pats his negation collar, they clipped my wings. You see, these collars are a true problem. They can track you with them. Even if you were able to get outside, they can just turn them on, follow you, and pick you up from where you lay. We have to figure out a way to remove them completely, and you were able to do it, but for the rest of us,
Can I
we
see
need
it
the
when
key.
Which one? The collar. Oh, yeah. Hand it over.
Now, there is a key in Warden Graves' office.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Yes, indeed. If you can get your hand on that, you can find your way to open it. The only other issue is the fence. Outside this whole area, there's nothing but large, inhospitable forest on one side, sheer rock on the ocean on the other, and then giant fences surrounding the entire establishment. So, the best way to escape could perhaps be by air. Now, I've been in communication with a certain organization that might offer that, provided you can get through the fence. Regrettably, I can't fly that high, but maybe some of you can assist.
Would this organization happen to have a name of an arachnid?
It certainly would.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, you have a problem with them?
An arachnid.
Indeed, it is a spider.
With a Y.
We've had some
Exactly.
dealings with them, and it went completely.
Well, for the past 10 years or so, or maybe 5 years or so, they've been under new management.
Yeah.
Fellow named, what was it, Weaver the Brave.
He's more rational.
Yes, the new Weaver. He does seem a little bit more rational, a little bit less likely to stab us in the back, but it certainly could happen, so I'm wary, but they might be the only way off of this rock.
And is it a criminal organization?
It is indeed, though these days, criminal, well, the word has been sullied. There's plenty who wear badges and call themselves heroes who are criminals.
They're not part of the U.S., are they?
Spider, not at all.
Or the military? Commando Corps?
No, they are enemies of Commando Corps. For
The United
certain. Commando
States.
Corps who put me here.
The United States is not the only nation that has villains disguised as superheroes.
So true.
But who knows?
It's only the pigeons are pure. So, my plan requires a few things to happen. You have to get into the warden's office.
Yes, that's what I do.
You could do that.
That's what I do.
Oh, you just go in there? Well, he wasn't finished yet. Kat, you might want to hold on. I mean, I like the idea of you teleporting in there, but like,
Okay.
he's going to explain some things. Before you go off and do that,
Just pop in, get
we
the
need
key
a
and pop
distraction, because once we get the key, he'll find out about it. He'll call in Studge and the other hacks, and they'll try and stop us. So we need a distraction. My advice, jump off. This place, not literally jump off, you don't have wings. I mean, this place needs to jump off. I'm saying start a prison riot.
Oh, easy enough.
Yes, this place is a powder keg between the Monster Nation and the Elemental Mafia, who you seem to already have upset with your flutterings.
Yes, their blood drips through the corridors by the end of the day.
Exactly.
And it
Start
was delicious.
Start them fighting, and the guards will get
Yes,
busy.
you'll drink
Then
much more of it.
you can find some way to get into the
Gotta
warden's
stop them.
office. Get the key, meet me out in the yard, and we blow this popsicle stand. What do you say?
It should be easy enough. The
Yes, I
elementals
get
are
the
just
key.
a bunch of
Okay.
kids.
But if you want to get the key right now before you start the prison riot, we can do that.
No. She's just telling him.
Oh,
I
okay.
Get the key.
All right, cool. He says, but before you do, I just want to know, why do you think I can trust you? What do you
can't.
have? Oh, right. Well, maybe you're out then. If we really can't trust you. Why should I bring you along?
I have my reasons for being here.
All right, that's also not very convincing. What about the rest of you?
You don't really have much of a choice, do you?
Let's just say
True.
it was my own idea for getting caught.
Okay, that's very stupid.
We're here to get out
Time
with
and
more
s-
than we came with.
Time and space are merely
Yeah,
playthings to me
I would say so.
that I use and disuse as I see fit.
Hmm.
Ah, funny that I wrote in a stutter.
What about
It's
you?
funny that I'm reading aloud that I wrote in a stutter.
Oh, interesting. What about you, Robo Dracula Liberace?
They turned me into a monster. And I'm pretty sure I'll always be a monster. But I want to see if I can control my baser urges. I want to see this spider, see if they can help.
Ooh, okay. Marvin, I think you're going to take +1 over Pigeon Prince. He likes your... Because you were real with him, so...
I was honest.
Yeah. I mean, you were real, but like you didn't like the answer. Your answer was "Don't trust me," so you're not going to get influence over him for that.
I just need you to get me into the armory, and I can take care of whatever problems you have.
There is a small armory besides the warden's office, sort of a evidence lockup souvenir collection that he's had. You should be able to find what you need there.
Do you prefer guns or knives?
I prefer my own signature weapon.
What about pigeons?
Target practice?
What? Well, before you can maybe elaborate on that, the bell for dinner rings out.
Food fight anyone?
Yeah, so everyone starts kind of heading to the cafeteria.
Before we go back, Blink is going to attempt to, since he's holding the collar in one hand, to make a replica of it in his other hand.
Interesting.
As just a very dull kind of. You can't
Right.
make it
Oh, yeah.
intricate,
Because you don't have a way to hide that you're not wearing
You
the
can
collar.
attempt it.
They're going to notice for sure.
He's making a fake one, right?
Yeah. So let's have you do a roll. Let's see, unleash your powers because you can sort of make illusions. They're pretty good.
That'll be freak, so that'll be a 10.
Okay.
So I can count this time.
Yeah. You make a very. It's like a. It's not the best, but it's not going to like disappear in a bad moment, and it will go around her neck. So unless someone looks super closely, they'll realize she's wearing a collar.
Thank you.
They'll think she's wearing a collar.
I knew you eventually did that. Here you go. I hand him another fake collar. I'm spending a bone to make a construct.
Ooh, okay. So you have
So-
another fake collar that you can just kind
Yeah.
of slip into your scrubs there.
Yeah. That's for you for when we get you out of that.
Thanks.
Which we don't do yet for some reason. That can't be right. Let's see. No, we don't. No,
We don't.
we can. Do we do it now? She just starts
Not part of the
frantically
plan.
scribbling.
Hmm.
But who knows? It might be.
This is why. We need a moment in private.
Oh,
Just Blink and I. Thank you.
okay, bye.
You guys do that? Other Blink 182.
Yeah, it's Blink.
Are you just gonna let your brother like go off with this strange future-seeing woman?
It's Blink. We go together.
You're
I
okay
always
with
know
it?
where he is.
Oh, all right. So you guys are. They just kind of head down the hall a little bit. You are still sort of in the library.
All right. So, our plan. How do we start a riot?
We'll do ours in a second.
Yeah, you three are just walking down the hallway. So what do you guys say to that?
Start a riot? Start a fight.
Or we could grab the dead guy's body, put it in the soup, and feed it to the elemental guys.
Whoa, dang! You're gonna Titus Andronicus them? Ooh.
A, if it was
Sorry.
probably already made. B, even if we did do that, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of the fun.
Oh wow, seamstress. Ooh.
Sorry.
I'm actually down for this. Where do they keep the bodies?
Probably a morgue.
Yeah, this is a morgue and it isn't adjacent to the infirmary.
And his more rational side comes through. Maybe we might not want to do that.
Come on, it was your plan.
Yeah, I know. It's just I kind of get bloodthirsty a little bit.
Yeah, so does everyone.
No, it's happening. I like this plan.
Oh, what have I done?
All right, so we'll get back to how you're planning to get the body out of the morgue into the kitchen, because I got an idea of who's going to be the who's running the kitchen here. Meanwhile, you two are alone in the library.
Right. It's good to see you. I'm sorry that I lied to you and your sister about 1974. It was a necessity, you see. You had to confront your father, and I was busy at the time.
Oh, it's fine. Worked out as it needed to.
Now, as far as removing that collar, it's going to be painful for you. I need you to join your sister in the Thought Castle. It's going to hurt for you to do that, but you need to do it. The collar will fall to the floor. You won't be able to maintain that for very long.
Okay.
Okay,
But now?
Now,
wait a minute. Blink, Thought Castle, sister? What is going on here?
So, Cygnus, from our prior game, reveals himself in his Thought Castle alongside Strangel, who would still be there.
yeah. It's just basically you're kind of wrenching reality a little bit to do it.
Just a wee
But
bit.
you'd kind of vanish out of the current plane of existence long enough that the collar won't follow you, so. She's actually using her her last burn to snatch the collar while you do it.
And while he's there, he'll say, "Hey, I found Mom."
Whoa, I wonder. Well, you're playing Strangel. What would Strangel
Yeah.
say to that?
I know, I'm very excited about it. I've been watching it on the TV
I'm
that
gonna
we
see
have
if
in
she
here.
can do something about this situation.
That'd be great.
I mean, I don't know where that's gonna lead, but I mean,
I-
I figured it's been like 10 years.
I think she already knows this, brother, but part of me is also watching Dad right now, so she might not be able to. I didn't want to alarm you with it, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, as long as you don't bring that one to the wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Strange Wolf?
But you can leave. You can leave here. I don't really mind. We have similar interests.
You and the wolf?
I like to break things.
It's true. I mean, I don't know if you with the wolf by yourself is a great combination. It's the best combination. Let's do it. We're gonna have so much fun, you and I, Cygnus. We're gonna have
What
the
could
best
possibly go wrong there?
times.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. It'll be fine.
But yeah, if
The
Mom
main thing is just getting you out.
that's great. If Mom can do something about it and not break reality completely,
And if not, then at least we tried. You need anything?
What's a
no.
broken reality between friends?
I think I'm good.
Cool. Then he'll pop back into existence,
All right, so
but
Cygnus,
still under the visage of Blink.
yeah, disguised as Blink. Very cool there, and maybe in the future we can have some return for Strangel.
Yeah.
So you all kind of rejoin each other. Do you tell
That's
them
on
about the
the
plan or not plan?
Oh, what have I done?
While we're walking, I'm gonna charge up again.
And he'll put on the fake collar.
Okay. Are you showing these guys that you've also managed to break free? All right.
Oh, he'll let him know telepathically.
So as you're explaining this wacky plan to start a riot via involuntary cannibalism,
Just drop a few fingers in the soup, it'll pop up somewhere, and then that'll start the riot.
Will that only piss off like half of the group, though?
We are technically
I mean-
part of
I mean
the
that's half
monster
the
game.
prison. Like that's a
Well,
riot.
I'm just saying, the Monster Town probably wouldn't mind.
No, but I'm sure they'd love a chance to.
Actually, do we still have the heart? Do they?
Oh no, that's gone.
Yeah, you ate. He drained that one, just threw the husk away. I think, or they confiscated it from you. They would not let you keep a heart husk.
Heart husk.
Oh, he probably still has dried blood on his mouth, doesn't he?
Oh, it's real gross. And actually, someone hands you a handkerchief to clean it off, and he's like, "There you are, son.
Thank you.
It's a nice monogrammed handkerchief, and it belongs to Warden Garrison Graves, who was there along with Stud and some of the other guards. And Graves, he's like kind of a small, sort of pudgy man wearing like a three-piece suit and like big glasses. And he's sort of like looking up at you guys. And he says, "So I heard you caused some trouble in the yard."
I need to use the bathroom.
Okay. I think there's one near the cafeteria. But before you go, I want to say something to you. I think you can hold it. You certainly did when you were in those ISO chambers, Miss Midnight.
I didn't.
Okay, well... Look, we need to clean... We, I guess, hosed you down now and then. It was pretty rough. What I'm saying is, you want to go back there, right?
Yes.
Well, I can arrange that. And I can arrange for all of you to end up in similar ISO chambers. Or places that would make that look like Club Fed. I can make you do the hardest time there is, if you think about it. It's all up to me.
You already did the hardest time with me.
Midnight, you're not supposed to mention that. He starts getting red-faced at that. And Studge is like... Lord Graves says, he manages to compose himself. He's like, that was a momentary weakness on my part. I am an upstanding member of society, keeping a bunch of wrong-doing villains behind bars.
You should think next time.
Let's just keep that clear, and we'll have no problems. So go over and enjoy your meal, but remember, if you're thinking of causing any trouble, I'll be there to make sure you don't, and that you are properly punished.
In your bedroom.
I mean, far be it for us that the elementals decided to. Well,
All right,
what they did.
he gives you both a zap with the collars. He turns them on, so you guys both take a powerful blow.
Those
Yeah,
two? Okay.
and you can't choose the powered reaction now because your powers are gone. Oh,
2.
whoa! So you do drop, but like, how do you kind of weather the storm going through you?
Cybernetics. That powers me on.
Oh, nice.
Charging it.
Yeah, so you're getting charged. You're just lying there. What about you, Blink?
8.
Okay. So you're picking one from the bottom list. Which one would you pick? You can provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, which might be asking someone to pick a fight with the guards, which will not end well at this point. Blink, they get an opportunity, which I'm going to say... the opportunity is you get separated from the group. Okay, so we'll get that one. Alright, so he says, he's like, alright, you're going in a shoe unit right now. And you two, but the guard's like, as they're reaching towards you, they see you're not that hurt. And Such is like, boss, how about just that one? And Warren Graves is like, alright, fine, whatever, I'll be in my office. And he starts walking away. So you are picked up and hauled away into a shoe unit, which for those of us who aren't aware of the prison world or haven't watched Orange is the New Black, is like an secure, isolated, not furnished at all kind of dungeon cell. And you are thrown there alone behind this locked door.
Is the color still on?
They didn't switch it off, but you're going to just teleport it right out. There's going to be a guard stationed outside to make sure you don't do that. So your friend's got to think of some way to take care of him. It's not Studge. I'm going to say it is Officer Dale is his name.
Well,
Good old Dale.
an idea that just popped in my head. I just blink out, make a bat, and swing at him.
Okay, are you waiting till your friends are there before you do this crazy thing?
Would we even be allowed there?
They wouldn't be allowed.
Well, you could find some way to sneak your way in or something, or bluff your way in. I mean, you're not allowed to escape the prison either, but you're going to do that, so...
And we do need him for the plan.
Gotcha. Trust
Let
Blink.
things play out.
Sister
All right.
Midnight's not there anymore already.
Whoa, okay. Let's have you guys in the cafeteria. Are you guys doing the plan to get the body and put in the kitchen?
Sounds too complicated.
And then we'll go to... I know, I'm the one to blame for
second
dividing the
voice of
party.
reason.
Sorry.
But that just sounds too complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got the
Yeah,
plan.
the warden's
for
heading to his
Bobby.
office. I'm heading
I mean,
to
it's
the
still
warden's
bloody and
office.
everything.
There are things she plans.
I mean, even
All
if
right, let's
I
have you
blink
three,
in
then
and out,
Sister
it
Midnight, then
still
Blink in
takes-
the jail. In the shoe unit. So you're all in jail. So you three, what are you doing? Are you going to deal with this plan to get the body and put it in the kitchen, or just start to fight
I
the
think
old-fashioned
his plan is just easier.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's not made up of, hide and bloodthirst.
You know, if you're taking suggestions, I think that Bolt Bro could use a pretty good punch in the face.
So you guys enter the cafeteria. I'm going to say it is Shadow Shogun who is running the who's running the kitchen. It's Sushi again, and he's got his a few of his Shadow Dragon Clan ninjas just chopping and serving the food there. Everyone's getting their trays hung down at the tables, and you can see the room is pretty well divided between the Monster Nation and the Elemental Mafia. And on one side, Big Ice is there with Bolt Bro next to him, who is like a big band-aid on his side. And a lot of them are pretty beaten up and have various bandages on their elemental-powered skin. They start glaring at you guys as you come inside.
Are they still afraid of me?
They're still a little bit weirded out by you, but they're angry too. In fact, you guys can see Big Ice he's like, after getting some cool ice water from his hands onto his cup, he takes a big sip, and then he walks over. If any of you guys have a drink that is warm, he's going to deliberately hold out his hand and drip ice water into it to ruin it.
Like, hey,
And then he says, "You hospitalized 3 of my..." This was in BlizzWiz's voice. He had a more nasally voice, but hey, he's Big Ice now. "You hospitalized 3 of my guys, put another in the morgue. Think I'm gonna let that slide?"
yeah, I do actually.
"Yeah, well, I'm not. How'd you like to be frozen from the inside out?"
How would you like to lose your feet?
Ooh, okay, he's gonna go after you. For that remark. "Hey, I'm very sensitive. I happen to get my hands torn off by some monster werewolf from hell, alright?"
Please. Okay, fine. Do it. Hey, you want to partner up right now? So we can crap at this dude.
Sure. Why not?
Alright, so what does Cygnus do? I'll let him get the first, because they're still talking at this point. Big Ice is kind of hoping that you'll back down. So what happens?
He'll directly engage the threat
Alright, why don't you roll?
while morphing into a gigantic orb. Was it gigantic?
It was
bigger than normal.
It was a lot. It is bigger than normal. Has 4 arms, like
4
glowing.
arms, 2 legs.
6
eyes.
Yeah.
Or using the
That very
symbol.
same wolf that took his hands.
Oh man, alright, roll directly engage. Just give us some horrible flashbacks.
Which is danger, so that would be a... Math is not my strong point right now. Again, that'll be it'll be an 8.
Okay.
But he also, whenever he directly engages a threat, he is a bull in a china shop, so he will do excess damage.
Okay, so why don't you, let's pick one from the first list, and then we'll talk about the excess damage.
Okay. So... Well, he'll take something from them.
What are you taking? Is it going to be the feet?
It'll be the feet.
Oh,
Because just much like Strange Wolf, when that happened there, resisting or avoiding the blows is not his concern.
Alright, so Cygnus lunges down. He takes a bite of some feet. You are going to get a horrible icy blast right from his ice hands into your face. Unless...
I have an idea here, actually.
Okay.
I'm not going to protect him because I don't really care.
Oh, good one, Seamstress. Yeah.
That's fine.
Seamstress is going to tell Big Ice as his arms are being torn off, "The
Feet.
furries send their regards."
Ooh, okay.
So I'm thinking of provoke to try and get him and the
Oh, I see him
animal
direct his
people.
ice on you. Okay. And the
Or
elementals on you. Yeah.
to get him to fight against the monkeys.
Oh, I
that's
see
my
what you
plan
mean.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
7, 8. So he can do it, or he can choose from one of those choices.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say, yeah, you're going to get a critical opportunity, which is that they're not quite ready to go, but maybe one more move will really make them throw down. Like, Bolt Bro is like rushing in to help with electricity going everywhere. The other elementals are charging in. Scales, Katie Kong, and the rest of the Monster Nation are rising up. They're getting ready to fight too. Let's have, what does Cyberfang do to add, or, yeah, it's going to be an ad. What are you doing to add to this
All right,
situation?
I have a confession to make. I kept the heart.
Oh!
So I'm just going to drop the heart right on,
Oh man, it just falls, it just splats right next to Big Eyes. He's like, rad roast!
And also, reading the move correctly, I cause significant damage to pick an additional. So
Oh, okay, cool.
So he gets to pick 2.
Right.
But the second one is going to be impress, surprise, or frighten, as opposed to avoiding the blows.
Alright.
Because he still doesn't get it.
Okay, well, I'll have you take the powerful blow, and then we're going to move on.
Sure.
And we'll kind of close this little sequence of that as a full-blown heart husk based prison riot breaks out into this cafeteria.
Will that count as a sacrifice?
Yeah, I'd say so, because now they're
Losing your
gonna,
heart?
now they're going to be coming for you. Yeah, a quite literal like Aztec style heart
All
sacrifice.
right, so I'm not guilty anymore.
I-
Because keeping that fed my addiction.
You're stronger than that.
You
So
want me
how-
to roll against his power?
Yes, as a blast of ice hits you. Whoa.
And that would be a 7.
7. Okay, so not too bad. Pick one from the lower list. So you're gonna mark some conditions.
I'll struggle past the pain.
Okay, so you're taking 2 conditions there. Alright, Sister Midnight. The prison riot's been full swing, like alarm's starting to go off. What are you doing?
So, I spent 2 burn to go to any place that I've previously been. I've been in the warden's office. And so
That's true.
that
You've
is-
been, or no, it's the warden be inside you, but
Yeah.
not to get blue with it,
Okay.
but sorry. Yeah, you were there in the warden's office.
Okay. Well, presumably, when he walks in, I'm already at his desk. So-
Oh, okay. He's like, oh, Miss Midnight.
Hi. Look into my eyes.
Whoa, he stares right at them. He's like, wow, you're
Okay. So I'm
quite
gonna.
a beautiful shade of black, I must say.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll and unleash your powers to sort of like use my cosmic abilities to hypnotize him.
All right.
So that is a 13.
Whoa.
And I'm also going to spend my last burn to basically, I'm doing worship. You put out a tremendous display of your might, spend 1 burn to awe an audience into silence, respect, and attention to you. So basically, he's mine now.
Ooh. All right, so we're in Grave Strauss's knees.
You
It's
don't
like,
need to be so embarrassed about our relationship. You know, everybody knows that I run this place, and I can make it blink out of existence anytime that I want to.
I mean, I am a happily married man, but
I know, but your wife doesn't give you 1 hour-long orgasms nowadays. And
sadly, no.
I could give you something so much better than that. Do you want something so much better than that? Do you? Uh-huh. And I'm just
Happy
going-
nods he's
yeah.
making.
And I'm gonna go ahead and unleash my powers again to just put him permanently in that.
Whoa. All right, let's see that happen.
Okay.
So the little death is the long.
It's the very long.
It's the endless death, I guess. All right, how do you do with that one?
That's a 9.
Okay, so it will happen for a long time. He will sort
Unless
of...
I get to have 1 moving forward with him because I have influence over him.
Oh, okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to say you do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can write +1 to word graves if you want to.
Then it's a 10.
All right. And a 10 out of 10 time is what he's having. Is he's rolling around on the ground,
Yeah.
completely incapacitated.
Is it
Aw,
a
that's-
blessing or a curse?
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's kind of,
It-
yeah.
it's,
yeah.
it's a blessing for a little while, and after a couple days, it's a curse.
Ooh. All right, so now you're alone in his office. Or, well,
I
he's
feel kind of
incapacitated.
bad about doing this, as you are eventually going to starve to death, I say as I take out his key. But on the other hand, you kind of sucked as a warden, and, well, this is what I always do to you. Have fun dying. I mean, I know you will. And then I just open the office door and walk out.
Okay. As you're going, you see another door labeled Armory.
Oh, okay. I go into that too.
All right. You do see the seamstress's equipment there.
Cool. What's he have, like guns and stuff?
I'm pretty sure you said it's like a high-powered rifle.
It is a high-powered rifle and an arm, probably attached to it.
Okay. Are there any other guns in here?
I mean, these are kind of like This is sort of equipment he's taken from the supervillains.
Gotcha.
It's like from that one scene from Batman and Robin when they bust into the evidence locker at Arkham Asylum. For those of you who are big fans of the Batman and Robin, you know, ice to see you on that. Yeah, who isn't? Bat credit card, gotta love that.
And Bat Nipples.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to find something particularly destructive in here too.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of like all the various villains I've had who were the most destructive thing. I was gonna say like Shadow Shoguns like katanas. Like that's not.
I want something that's going to explode a lot or shoot a lot of bullets.
There might be
Okay.
some disco bombs in here if some
Yeah.
disco people are in here.
Oh, definitely. I would say that one of Disco Pharaoh's patented large disco ball grenades, but they're like actual size of a disco ball. He didn't really use them because they were just too unwieldy. But the Ward Manchia one, because you can believe Disco Pharaoh was incarcerated here and probably was like stabbed to death in the showers like pretty soon in there. Because you know Disco's dead. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Disco Pharaoh. And now he's dead too. So.
I see the giant disco ball and go, this ain't no party. This ain't no disco. And I pick it up. This ain't no fooling around. And yeah, you can cut to the next thing because when she shows up, it's just going to be horrible destruction.
Cool. All right. Blink. Sorry to be delayed a little bit, but you have been stuck in solitary confinement.
So, would you let me know that the riot is happening?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing the flares were also a good indication.
Oh yeah, the alarms are starting to go off. Yeah, for sure.
Would that have turned on the color for me?
No.
Okay.
Collar's not on just yet.
Would you say the guard in front of my door is distracted?
I would say a little bit, yeah. Because like he's like, alarm. He's not supposed to leave his post, especially during a riot, but he's definitely his attention's on the. Scooter, if you want to make a loud alarm noise, I don't know. That might be kind of distracting, so maybe don't do that.
Yeah, we're gonna go full lethal.
Oh man, all right.
As sort of like a cinematic kind of a view, you see the guard sort of standing there, and then you suddenly just see him stiffen up, and a construct blade goes through him.
Ooh, all right. Why don't you roll directly engage for this?
That's a 7.
Okay, which one are you picking? I guess you could take his body as you stab it.
I guess that would be.
That would make sense. You take one of his. Yeah, take his life. All right. I'll say that's okay. You stab right through him. He gets a single gasp and he collapses.
And I'm gonna loot his body.
Whoa! All right. You get like his gun. You get the little remote. Yeah, the button that can turn on the various collars.
All right.
And you can take his uniform if you want to as well.
That's not a bad idea. Although it does have a hole in there now.
Well, it's all dark fabric. It's red. It's bloody too, but it's just some dark red on black. I guess it can hide if you stay in the shadows.
Not his stuff. Not Blink stuff.
Not Blink style. All right, makes sense.
So after that, I'm going to I'm going to blink into the riot area.
The cafeteria.
Yeah. And
Should we just? Yeah, you jump right into the action.
well, I was going to see if I could maybe turn on the collar for just the elementals.
Ooh, okay. Why don't you roll mundane? We'll see what you can operate. You might not get all of them, but we'll see how high you roll.
Nice.
11.
Whoa! All right. Well, that high roll, you can take out a pretty good amount of them.
I was looking at the wrong danger this entire time.
Well, that's. I mean, you're playing like two characters at once. So.
Yeah. Oh.
And one of those characters is like the join
Oh
with another
yeah, I
character.
was wondering why your
My
danger
danger
was
is
so
+3.
low.
Why is it +1? I was
because,
like, what?
yeah,
Why am I rolling so low?
Cygnus has really high danger.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, you, maybe you
It
were
fit.
still.
It was a character.
Yeah, you were still like in
You're
blink
holding
mode.
yourself back.
But now you're in Cygnus mode. So in fact, let's go to let's go to Cyberfang, and we'll see like what you're kind of doing in this chaos. So a lot of the elementals have dropped. However, Bolt Bro is still up, and he is getting ready for a big electrical storm to take down a lot of you guys. Especially vulnerable to him is Katie Kong, who is in front. She's just like whacking somebody with a table. So what are you doing?
Well, I'm no longer guilty, so I am not responsible for anything I do from this point on.
Oh wow, that's the spirit.
So I'm gonna use Unstoppable. So I'm gonna roll Danger, and on a hit, the world breaks before me, and I get what I want, which is his jugular.
Whoa.
So 6, 2, that's an 8. So on a 7 through 9, choose one, mark in condition, leave something behind, or take something with me. And I'm not too sure what to do, so I'll leave that up to the GM.
Okay. Well, I'm probably not gonna make more conditions, especially not guilty, because you're throwing guilt to the wind. I'm gonna say you're gonna take someone with you.
Okay.
Who that person is Katie Khan. Because she's like, you're making a break for it, I take it?
No, I'm making a break for his neck.
Okay, well, if you're leaving this place, like, take me with you. I got family on the outside I gotta see, so
Very well.
I'm tired of being here. And after this, like, my life's not gonna be worth much. So I want to go, too.
Hey, you guys accepted me for who I am.
Hey, you always got a place
And I
in Banana
appreciate
Town.
that. Now, excuse me, I need to rip this guy's throat out.
Go for it.
Come here, Boltface. And I sink down into his neck.
Oh man, blood and sparks shower up. So this is when I think Sister Midnight enters.
Quick question: was there any cocaine in the?
Oh, tons.
Awesome.
In the warden's desk too. You know he was
Yeah.
he was doing
so
some
she
rails.
comes out with obvious sugar boogers.
Whoa.
And the disco ball. Do I spot him?
Yeah, I
probably
mean
in the chaos
he's
somewhere.
probably right there in the middle of the riot.
Okay, so I toss you,
One arm.
toss you your thing, and then I pull out the disco ball, which I had suspended in a pocket the whole of time, so it just sort of appears out of the air. I've got the little collar activator thing in my other hand, and I go, "Say hello to my little friend," and then I whip out the disco ball and just throw it randomly into the crowd of people, preferably towards the elemental folks, but
All right. Let's roll. Just roll plus danger to see how well you do with it. Because your friends are in there too, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I don't,
Don't care.
Oh, you're right. Don't care. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how well you.
Ooh, nice.
did very well. That is a
Whoa.
12, and
Oh,
she is
man.
not good at danger. So
Yeah, that's great. So this you 3-pointer that.
yeah,
It seems like right into the middle of the elemental mafia and blows up. Huge explosion. They're all blasted back, and it's just chaos in there.
right. And meanwhile, I'm dancing on the railing, just randomly pressing the button that various prisoners, making them
Lots of people just dropping.
da, da, da. I don't even care who I'm doing it to. You don't even have an active caller, so I literally don't care who I'm doing it to. She's just like,
All right.
I'm so high. I'm going to
cocaine.
probably clear out insecure at this point.
Yeah, because that was foolhardy.
Yeah.
It could have easily gone wrong and blown up a bunch of your allies. Maybe not friends, but allies at least. So, Seamstress, you've got your arm and your rifle back. What are you
So
doing?
the first thing Seamstress does is with his cybernetic left arm, he's just going to go try and tear off the collar. I assume it's going to start electrocuting him, but he's just going to take it and just physically tear it off by main force.
Okay, first I want you to roll Unleash Your Powers for this one.
6.
Okay.
Just straight 6.
Yep, straight 6. I don't have a good freak. Actually, I do have the soldier's move, which is
Yeah, you
when
wanna
you're
use-
acting on orders or relying on your training, which for me this is going to be my torture training.
Yeah.
I can roll soldier instead of another label, and that would put me at 8.
Yeah, I was going to suggest rolling your soldier. Okay, so yes, I'm going to say with an 8 you're able to do it. However, I was going to make you do a powerful blow, but I think instead of just having you mark condition,
Okay.
because it does hurt you. This, you manage to wrench it free and it breaks over, but you are going to take You're not going to take a powerful blow. You make to mark one condition.
Cool.
Which one do you think?
I'm
you
going
would?
to mark angry.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because you got zapped, but good. But now the collar is off. So Katie Kong is kind of backing up to join you guys. She's like, "All right, you got the keys. Let's go to the yard and get out of here."
Well, I've got the key and I'm dancing on the railing right now.
Okay, we gotta get the keys from her.
Yeah.
Like up to her and be like,
What
"Can I
about
get
the
keys?"
prince? He needs to get out
Oh,
too.
yeah.
He's gonna meet us in the
Here we
yard.
go.
Okay, cool.
Well, wait, she doesn't know that. You know that, but that was the plan. He's gonna meet you in the yard.
Are you escaping now with
That's the
my
plan.
son?
That's the plan.
Good, good, good.
Wait, you
Oh,
just said your
actually.
son. Yeah, they're like, what?
Wait,
What?
No, I didn't know the plan.
Oh, you knew the whole time that he was not. Okay.
Did the rest of us know?
I believe your son would like you to come along as well.
I'll do that in a little bit after I've killed a bunch of people in here.
All right. Sounds like fun. I'll be right back.
I'll join you
Well,
later.
be continuing to eat the whiz Big Eyes.
Oh man, poor Big Eyes. You got like his
Can't
knees are
stop.
gone. Like
All right. So
you just like gutted him. Like I don't know if Big Eyes will survive to the 90s.
Does it even taste good?
It
just
real
pauses
cold.
for a second for the brain freeze.
I mean, it's just a bunch of ice and water.
Definitely got the brain freeze.
So as soon as I get the keys, I unlock mine and then just start blinking to everyone and unlocking theirs.
Whoa. Okay. So at this point, lots of collars are falling down. The guards are coming in, and they are in like full riot gear. Which for these, for villains, it's very elaborate, like high-powered armor. They have like humongous like batons, and they start smashing and zapping and breaking these prisoners. So and there's like way too many of them to fight.
I
So
put a moat
it's
up.
ooh,
Oh,
all right.
sorry.
Go for it.
I put a moat up and then I unleash a reality storm on the guards.
Whoa. Okay, I think you need to roll for the
I
reality.
do
storm.
have to roll for the reality storm. But if I roll well on it, I will just tell you that she's gonna. For those of you that have watched Rick and Morty, she's gonna make a whole bunch of Cronenbergs.
Oh man. You Cronenberg the reality.
I'm Cronenberg all these guards. Let's see. It's not terrible. That's an 8.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say it's.
it says if I.
Oh.
You have to spend a burn to avoid collateral damage.
I'm not.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah. No. Now when Cronenberg is the goal.
No, so it's a destructive burst of my power down on the guards. Yeah, I'm not doing a damn thing to prevent collateral damage.
Okay. So does that mean you bump it up to a 9 or to a 10 even?
No, it just means that I'm not bothering to
Oh, I see. Okay.
not have collateral damage. I'm not sure how it. I feel like it's just a success is a success.
Right.
in this
Okay. And then
case.
just the option to
not have-
save. Yeah, which you are not taking.
which I'm not taking. If it makes a few extra Cronenbergs in the process, fine.
All right. So you Cronenberg quite a few of these guards. There are a lot of them though. And they are still
Yeah.
forcing their way in, but that moat is holding them back from reaching you. So the way is clear.
I think you all should run from me before I turn you into something even worse.
What could be worse than this?
No question, just run.
Good advice.
I'll go ahead and spend
what's-
another burn on the warship because I feel like this is a tremendous display of power. So I'm going to, on the remaining guards, really encourage them to think about not attacking me.
Okay, yeah. These other guards, they're not attacking you.
And so now I'm just dancing around the guards with my moat, just having a good time.
Whoa. All right. Are the
You
rest-
shouldn't have let me out of my cage. I advised you against it, and now you will pay.
what does your mode look like?
It's basically this horrible, like Cthulhuoid crawling tentacle of time that
Okay.
like destroys
So it
your
keeps
brain.
things out. Does it do anything for things that happen to be shooting out?
I think I can allow things to come and go from it.
Cool. I'm taking pot shots at the guards.
Oh wow! All right. So old threat is just booming
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Are you guys leaving, or are you just staying to like murder these guards that are?
I'm murdering the guards. I'm looking for Stooge in
Cronenbergs.
particular.
She does a
Studge is not there.
she does a
Studges.
She does a pirouette as the bullets like whiz by her. Like she's like, at least you all get to die like people. I don't know why this is a musical. You all should be singing. You all should be singing because it's a musical.
Ooh, they start singing. It's terrifying.
Can't just jump through there and try to get a go at the guards, can I?
Probably not, Cyberfang.
So,
Well, she said she could allow things through.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah, I'll let you come and go through my moat. Like I'll just make a little hole and let you go through.
Okay, so if you excuse me, I'm gonna get some bites for the road.
Wow.
And then jump through.
alright, all you have to do is let me know when you want out, and I can get us out.
Noise.
Yeah, you don't have a collar, he doesn't, obviously. He doesn't have a
Whenever
collar,
you
but-
come by her, she's like, do you know the song Orgasmatic? You don't know why she thinks that's so funny, but
So, by the way, I took off the collar of a lot of the monsters. So.
Oh, sure. So they're starting to like dash out as well. It's
Yeah.
becoming like they're like running out, fighting the guards who are trying to go through the hallway. It's becoming a big time jailbreak. So since then you guys are leaving, the next level of security is going to come to you. And what happens? First of all, something on the PA comes on. The alarm basically comes off of it, and a voice. It's Studge's voice. Says, "You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you?"
Can I blink up to him?
You're not sure where he is, actually. If you,
Alright.
maybe I can have you roll to see if you can try and figure it out. He's going to say something else too. So, if that,
Assess the situation.
yeah, so the situation might be helpful with this one. He's saying,
hey,
well, but I do wish you guys had chosen someone a little better to plan your escape. I found that old bird braid and I beat the truth out of him. And then figured these guards, well, we're tough, we might not be tough enough. So I called in some friends. And if you want to save that old pigeon's life,
No.
Yes. I do.
thank you, Cyberfang. He doesn't say that. I as the GM, save this. Will Pigeon Prince survive? We will see. Because what happens now is the ceiling of the cafeteria is blown apart by rocket fire. And you could see, as the ceiling is coming apart and explosions are ripping through the guards, the remaining prisoners, you look up, there is a bunch of those Helipatriots from Commando Corps flying above you, watching over everything.
Assholes!
I am gonna charge up again.
Dangling from one of the...
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
Dangling from one of the larger airships it's like kind of an open-topped airship. One second. I just want to let you lay out the battlefield. There's more Commando Corps members up there, including some you might be familiar with from the other game. There is also poor old Pigeon Prince, he's been beaten up, and he is like tied up, and they're almost going to make him walk the sky plank.
Save the prince.
So, Blink, what are you doing?
So I got an 11, I believe, and with my criminal mind, I have a third question.
Mhm.
So, one of the questions is, what's the best way in or way past to get to Stooge?
Ooh, okay. Studge is up on that open-topped airship, surrounded by the Helipatriots.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, two more questions. Let's see.
He's up there with Pigeon Prince. Like, he's the one kind of dangling Pigeon Prince off the side.
Perfect. I guess what here's the start is kind of obvious. Let's see. Who here is most vulnerable to me?
Let's see. I would say it might be Studge, but what actually... I would say what is vulnerable overall is like not someone, but it's like the prison. You could find some way to really take down the gates, which are still surrounding the area. Well, there is like, a big cliff in the water on one side, but the forest on the other side of Cemetery Coast is passable. So if you could take down the fence, the prisoners could go through there, make their way through the woods and escape.
Okay.
And that would also add to the distraction, for sure.
And I guess for the last question, how could we best end this quickly?
Take out the Helipatriots, which would cover your escape, because the people who Pigeon Prince contacted, Spider, is on the way too.
Alright. So first off, I would like to blink up to Studge.
Bah!
It's like, hi. You might not want to have done that.
Are you just going to try and threaten him, or are you actually going to do something? So actually, a threat could be a provoke if you want to roll that to scare him.
No, dude's a bastard.
Yeah, he's a corrupt prison guard.
Yep. So yeah, I'm actually going to blink like directly behind him, and I don't know how I could do it so that it's that I'm using like unleash powers instead of directly engage.
Yeah, it's probably going to be directly engaged because you are fighting him.
Yeah.
Unless you want to like use your. Oh, no, never mind. That'd be directly engaged. Okay, so yeah, so it's probably going to be that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to blink up behind him, save the line, and then just slit his throat.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, directly engaged. You can take his jugular, I guess. His carotid artery. How do we do?
It's actually a 6.
Ooh. Okay. So what messes you up? What do you think happens? You just miss the artery, or?
He's wearing anti-vampire armor, so extra
Yeah.
armor just right there.
Just and blocks this. Yeah, he was prepared for you.
Curses.
You suddenly remember that Sister Midnight said that he eventually dies of prostate.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like, oh yeah, prostate.
Yeah. Wait. Prostate. That's what's going to kill him.
That's right. Okay.
So the blade just slows a little bit.
Yep.
He
You're like,
jumps
that's-
back.
You're like, that's weird. I could have sworn she said he dies of prostate cancer. We're gonna kill him right now.
Whoa! And he's like, "This is how you want to play it, punk? All right, fine. Let's see. This old pigeon has wings." And he kicks Pigeon Prince off the side.
Okay.
However, you're not alone up there. Also, there is Napalm, the flamethrower wielding member of Commander Corps, and you're taking the powerful blows. He zaps you with fire. Unless you think someone else can get up there and help him.
Savior.
Oh, okay.
Yes, well,
Let's
I have
let's
a condition to clear, so.
Oh, all right. So how are you getting up there, and how are you like
well-
taking the flamethrower blast?
I was gonna say a lot of stuff happened without any of us doing it.
Yeah.
You're coming right back to you. So
Teleporting up there, also. But since he continued to munch on what was it, Big Ice, and he does have vitality absorption, he continued to eat, and his fur went from the black to having nice little frosty crystals at the
Whoa.
tip.
Oh, you have frosted tips.
Making it cool before it was cool, alright? In the 80s.
whoa. So now he's
And when
strange.
he
Ice Wolf.
teleports up there,
He's got gratitude.
For sure.
it's ice versus fire.
Whoa, a saga, fire, and ice. Okay, so
And will attack.
roll
Well,
defend.
It
Yeah.
would be attack. It would be defend.
Yeah, like the world
Dark,
would
dark.
like defend aggressively or something like that.
That is Savior, right? Yep.
Yes.
So 9.
Nice.
Okay, pretty good.
Which is defend.
So I'm gonna say either. Yeah, so I'm gonna say you're gonna take the powerful blow here
That's
instead.
fine.
Yeah, the fire hits you, so you can roll for that one.
Which clears my guilty condition.
Yes, you're no longer guilty because you're saving your brother. Meanwhile, back in the cafeteria, the roof blown off. What is Sister Midnight
And
and the others doing?
So
He's
one of
okay
the times
from
that
the-
you're moving through the moat, she actually doesn't let you through and says, before I let you through, tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm doing good.
You're pretty. You're doing good.
You can roll comfort and support.
Okay.
Wow.
Please let me through. I rolled a 6.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not sincere.
You're pretty. You don't have any mundane, do you? Yeah, you have -1.
So
I
it's
don't
a
think
5.
you meant it. I don't feel any better.
Well,
Yeah, it did not work.
well, my mouth is full.
So spit it out and try it again.
It's kind of hard to.
Just do it.
You're not going to be able to try it again. Like, yeah, the Hello Patriots are coming down to
That's
hit
fine.
you
I
with their
like it
rockets.
Thank you.
I still feel bad. Like I'm doing something wrong. But I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Yeah, you're out of the thing right now. What?
And I have something I want to do as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing good.
I mean, if you want a heart, I can give you one.
All right, Seamstress.
So Seamstress finds like some piece of debris to set his rifle on, aims up at Stooge, and he is going to fire.
Okay, you're directly engaged. And I guess you need a soldier for this too.
Yep.
Because you're definitely using your training
Yep,
to
I'm
snipe a
using
dude.
soldier
Yeah.
for this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you see Seamstress flip a switch on Thread, and when he pushes the trigger, no bullet comes out. Instead, radiation. I'm giving him his prostate cancer.
He's like, I just feel a little weird down there. Interesting.
So like the comic panel is the crosshairs, head, aim down, aim down, aim
Oh
down.
man. Whoa, get your prostate checked, everybody. It's important.
The more you know.
Yeah, a little,
See that? It's a show for kids.
I know. But this is very off topic, but like, or maybe very on topic, but like, my dad made a whole like website about how to prepare yourself for colonoscopy. Like it's a pet project. It's all about that, like getting your prostate checked, raising awareness. Pretty strange, but you know, it's your dad, I guess. All right, so
By the way, is
Yeah.
anyone saving pigeon prints?
he's still plummeting
I
now.
was going to try.
Oh, all right. Let's have Sister Midnight do something, and then we'll go back to you.
-1 savior.
Or actually, we might have. Let's have you try after Sister Midnight does something.
Okay, sure. So I am actually.
He's talking about me.
Well, you know, you got to take care of you got to take care of someone pretending to be your brother first.
I'm going to actually expand my mode out to him so it makes a fun little slide that he can come down on.
Ooh, okay.
Whee! That also puts me in direct danger as that my mode is no longer surrounding me, which is also going to cause me to clear my guilty condition.
That is true. Yeah, that makes sense because you're risking yourself to save somebody.
Yes.
And
so,
the risk is that a Helipatriot flies above you and starts shooting down some rockets. So, Cyberfang.
But on the other hand, hey, Pigeon Prince is fine.
Yes. Fan favorite Pigeon Prince is safe.
Alright, so with the prince out of the way, I'm going to make up for not being able to say you're pretty. And I'm going to, go after those rockets and see if I can deflect them.
Ooh, okay, let's roll defend.
I have nothing in Savior. That's a 5.
You get to mark so much potential.
Alright, so what's happening? How does this play out?
So, using my powers of transmuting flesh, I sprout giant metal bat wings,
Whoa.
along with the jetpack. I've never flown before.
Very metal.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's only recently that he's actually been turned into a cyborg vampire.
He's still used to. This is Cyberfang's first day.
Say, 3rd month, I guess.
Alright, so you fly up. The problem is the rocket does hit Sister Midnight, so you are getting hit
Okay, I'll
with
take
the rockets. You're taking a powerful blow.
Yeah.
Cyberfang,
Sorry.
your bad jetpack zooms you up. You're kind of cartwheeling, pinwheeling around, and you crash onto the open-topped airship. You're falling down next to these guys. Studge is kind of stumbling back a bit.
I feel funny.
Yeah, feeling a little strange. However, besides Napalm is there, I'm going to say Rolling Thunder is also there. And he's loading up a grenade to blow all of you away.
Before that, I would like to use my moment of truth.
Alright, what's that?
Well, I mean, it's
Well, let's hear what you're doing here.
so basically, I think I am going to basically I'm taking out all the soldiers inside the rockets, just flicking from one to another, somehow disabling their weaponry.
Whoa, okay.
I would actually, because I failed I don't know. I rolled a 9 on my take a powerful blow. So I have,
You're and a success.
yeah, I'm actually going to provoke you to foolhardy action. And I shout, Blink, kill all of them. Kill them all.
Oh, okay. Also, Cat, before I forget, take +1 influence the Pigeon Prince.
Oh,
You
yeah.
saved his life. Alright, so, with that message in your ear, Blink, what do you do?
Well, I mean,
You kill them all.
You have your moment of truth, so that
I do,
means, yeah.
but it's
This is Generation Villain, guys. It's always.
can I use Mary Contrary to not be provoked?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, I would say so. Also, this is your moment of truth. You're kind of taking over, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just was.
Yeah,
lashing
Yeah,
out.
she's provoking you, yeah, but you can
Yeah.
resist it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's basically I'm rolling superior on a hit. They take a -2 on it. Well, it's not really a roll, so I would say in this point it would be if I get a success, then I can do. Just read.
I'd say so.
Oh yeah. Plus superior, yeah, that's 12. So yeah. So I'm back to just disabling. And
Nice. Okay, he doesn't want a huge body count on his conscience. That's understandable. All right, but yeah, so this massive teleporting leaves a lot of these helicopters, helipatriots, unable to fire. And where does your teleporting end you? Or put you at the end?
Let's see. Oh, can I actually within the teleportation and taking out the soldiers? I would actually also in between them. I'm going to steer one into the other.
Whoa! So all these helicopters are going to be crashing too?
Yeah.
Well, so much for saving lives, but maybe some of them will make
we're
it
not
out.
heroes, we're fine.
Someone can make it out.
Yeah,
They're monsters. I mean, they gotta be super tough, right?
they can handle it.
The people in the helicopter are monsters.
No, fuck them.
Yeah,
Still to make it out.
that's the spirit. So
Yes, the die of cancer.
these helicopters
Yes.
are starting to explode and crash, and you can see zooming in from the
And
distance.
I think after that, in the middle of it, while they're crashing, I get Sig out as well.
Okay. So while these helicopters are going down, you can see in the distance another airship coming in. This one resembles
No, it's basically-
a
actually, what I was
giant
going to do is I was going
flying
to-
sword
right next to you.
with sort of like spider legs kind of coming off the handle, making a weird hilt. So it is the Arachnoblade, which is the flagship of Spider, now under new management. No, not that new at this point. It is zooming over, and you can kind of, if you look really closely, you can see on the bridge Weaver the Brave, the new Weaver, formerly Brave Blade, with his sword by his side and a nice new uniform with the special web decal shiny helmet of Weaver, is watching the proceedings, and this is your ticket out of here if you can make it aboard.
Okay. Sister Midnight breaks off from doing her Michael Jackson Thriller dance with all the Cronenbergs that she's a worshiper. Yeah, so she was doing the zombie Thriller dance with all the Cronenbergs, but she breaks off from them. Well, that's it for me, gentlemen. Next time I say, don't take me out of someplace. Don't take me out of someplace.
Words to live by.
Think before you act.
I think after that you see me blink behind these two and just blink it onto the ship.
Onto the Arachnoblade.
You taking
Wasn't I
Pigeon Prince
still
with you?
on
Yeah.
the falling airship, though?
You were on there, but he got you out of there.
Okay, cool.
And Seamstress, what are you doing? Are you getting up there, or is someone taking you? Or
I'll get up there. So another switch on thread, and it shoots a literal thread and grapple hook up onto the
Oh,
the
cool.
airship, and whoosh, winches me up.
All right, so you haul your way up and fly right over onto the airship. A special panel opens, lets all you guys in, and you make your way onto the bridge. And Weaver, with his sword by his side, is on this kind of throne in the middle of it, surrounded by other spider agents and robots and so on. Is looking down at you, and he said, "Oh, are you bringing Pigeon Prince too?"
Yeah, brought Pigeon Prince with me.
That makes sense. He was the one who kind of arranged it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like-
the whole monster game probably is on there.
Yeah. So he's like, Mr. Prince, good to see you. And I can see you brought quite a few friends. I'm aware of Katie Kahn. We work together now and then. But you five, why should I let you in? Do you want to be a part of Spider?
Not exactly, but
Well, you might not have much of a choice.
The last people that threatened me, I ripped out their hearts and turned them into horrible monstrosities. I think you should just let me in so I don't do something awful to you.
Give me a provoke.
Okay.
By the way,
Also-
out of curiosity, since I was fighting Hellion at the time that I was teleported, do you mind if he has Hellion's hand in his mouth still?
Oh, or Hellion?
Or what, the flame guy?
Oh,
'Cause he was up there
Napalm.
engaging Napalm. Sorry,
Yes.
Napalm. He was engaging him when he got teleported away.
Oh, yeah. This is why Napalm was a robot hand in your guys'.
Well, that did not go very well.
Oh, okay.
That was a 5, so it probably just seemed comical because who's this bitch?
Yeah.
And she goes, with him, like, while he's laughing, and then I make one of his men explode.
Well, also, like, maybe before you do that, like, remember, he knows your daughter.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, it's Brave-Blade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember, he took control of Weaver.
Okay, well, maybe I don't.
Or Spider.
Well,
So you might not want to. Maybe
By
you
the way,
could mention that to him, too.
Oh, he's still a wolf.
Yeah.
so you.
That's why he still has the
might
hand.
actually recognize that.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
true.
Or
So he's a little. Yeah, when he notices you, especially with the hand, he's like,
Trying to come.
you.
down.
I mean, I remember you without the frosted tips, but you seem a little familiar. Did I know you in a past life, so to speak?
Oh, that's my son. Also my daughter. It's very confusing right now.
Your daughter, Strangel?
Yes. Well, that's
Oh.
what she called herself later on. I called her Star, and her dad called her, and she makes that horrible scream. so you
Yes,
probably don't
I
know.
remember that. We fought Paragon together. Yes,
Yes, that's
it
her
does
father.
seem very long ago indeed. But I do remember. Well, you two are
Was it
welcome
mundane
aboard.
to calm down?
Huh?
I don't even remember. Was it
So I
mundane
think
It was
to calm
Monday.
down?
It was mundane or the end of the scene.
Oh, the end of the scene. Okay. Well, in that case, since he was removed from any more tasty victuals to bite on, you'll
Well,
just-
you might want to go off. You might want to attack. I mean, Brave Blade's right there.
No.
He does have his sword ready to go too, which is
No.
probably being like, kill them, kill them.
No. Cygnus remembers the brave that is blade.
But if you did manage to fight against the person who sexually assaulted me, is that the right term to not make people uncomfortable? At any rate, if you fought against him, I
Paragon?
suppose. Yes, Paragon. If you fought against him, I suppose I won't kill all of you.
Well, I do appreciate that, and I
Do I not kill all of them?
um
Oh, I don't.
good.
It's nice to meet you.
It is good to meet you too. It's always nice to meet your friend's mother.
And he shapeshifts back
And-
to Cygnus at that point.
Oh, and Cygnus, I remember you. So, if you want
He's
to join,
my son. I need him.
cool.
By the way, at this point, she's
Except-
younger than Cygnus, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, that is very
And
disconcerting.
plus, since his hair was white to begin with, I would guess his tips aren't frosted white. They're
Or it's
frosted
doubly
black.
white.
They're frosted black.
Oh, cool, like a photonegative effect. But you other three,
are we
So-
are we outside the ring?
yeah. The arachnid blade is now zooming away safely.
All right.
He says, so,
In the middle of this conversation, I blinked to my brother.
oh, so you just like leave? All right, you find the real Blink. Where is he?
I think we sort of have with the money that we used from the heist, we sort of made a
Safe house?
safe house. Yeah. So these are sort of like
A non-extradition country.
yeah.
We learned Spanish. It was fine.
That's cool. So you pop safely in there, and in this nice, I don't know, Colombian safe house kind of spot, you find him just hanging out, smoking a nice cigar, both dressed in his usual fanciness, and speaking like, "Oh, brother,
Hi.
how was prison?
That was interesting.
Would love to tell me all about it."
Oh, I would.
So Brave Blade says, "All right, well, I guess that's it for him. You two, thanks to." I trust this guy, so if you want to join Spider, there's a place for you.
He'll look at these two and shift into Blink first,
No,
and then shift back into Cygnus. He goes, "That might help clear up what's going on. That might help clear up what happened."
He's a shapeshifter.
he's like, it really doesn't for me, but okay.
No, it was for them.
All right, I'm glad. Anyway, I'll take you where you want to go, or you can join Spider. I would love to have you.
So Seamstress is like
What about
leaning out
you
a
two?
window and just shooting still towards the prison, just because of his range is obnoxious.
Firing at the guards and the prisoners, or just everybody?
So as long as the pay is enough, I'll work for you.
All right. Well, we certainly have the money. And then, Mr. Cybernetic Vampire.
All this time, he's just been draining the blood out of the hearts he collected. Like popcorn.
If I didn't have a magical sword that like collected the souls of those it kills, that would be very disconcerting. Would you like to join Spider?
He's a
If you
heartbreaker.
can help me control this. I've been having a nervous habit and I keep sucking the blood out of hearts, man.
Have you tried garlic? I heard that's kind of works sometimes.
I'm
Maybe.
allergic!
Very on brand for a vampire. He says, control it? Probably not. Channel it for something good? I think we can do that. Because that's what Spider is. You see, the world has changed. It's gotten a lot darker these past few years. It's time for the villains to start fighting back, too.
That's right. We're to the point where you guys become the good guys and former good guys become the bad guys.
Something like that. So are you in?
Yes. What are the French doing right now?
You don't want to know. It's pretty crazy. And with that, I think that's going to be with everybody. The 4 villains that remain on the ship, like putting their hands in, and agreeing to join Spider.
But the Seamsters, it's a gun.
Yeah,
Hand,
he's
hand,
putting
hand,
his gun or his robot hand in.
Yeah.
That is where we're going to bring this
Putting
issue
my
to a
hand
close.
in. Still with a heart in it.
So, I think we'll do cheer with the sightless eyes, or the totally black eyes. So for the end of session, I know you might play these characters again because it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to do the full grow closer to the team because the team doesn't really exist that much because one of them is out. You guys, you're all working for Spider, I guess. So tell me this, just like what do you think happens to your characters as the 80s goes on and the battle against Commando Corps heats up? So maybe we'll start with Cygnus, if that's okay. We can go the other way if we need more time.
No, that's fine.
All right. So what's he doing as the 1980s go on?
Well, Sai does not really consider himself a villain or a hero. He just kind of is.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero.
He just likes to do what he likes to do.
He's an anti-hero
And
villain.
as long as Brave Blade, or whatever he's calling himself now, wants to, if that involves massive amounts of violence, then he's right there to play along.
Well, you came to the right place for that, I think, because Spider's taking the fight to Commando Corps for sure. What about Blink and his brother? What are they going to do as they're kind of getting on in years?
Retire.
That's it.
Do you ever really retire from the life of super villainy? I don't know.
Well, I'd say they'd probably run a few jobs to get like a really good nest egg, and then maybe they'd probably retire eventually.
Possibly, but I mean, there's always one last job. That could be subject of another episode, perhaps.
Possibly.
The final heist. We do like an Ocean's 11 or something. Blink's 5. What about the seamstress?
So the seamstress will work for Spider as long as they're going to pay him. I did forget to mention why he was in prison at all.
Oh, yeah.
He attempted or may have succeeded at assassinating members of Commando Corps. Just because someone offered large sums of money for it, so...
Oh, it makes sense. He killed like Lieutenant. He killed like Colonel Vanguard's 1.
So, yeah, whatever.
He killed the first Rolling Thunder. What about Sister Midnight?
I would say that she goes back to working at the Reagan administration.
Oh, she just kind of slips away from Spider and.
Yeah, I don't think that she sticks around Spider. She has to still engineer the Iran-Contra deal. It's important.
Ooh, well, Commando Corps is like right in that one for sure.
Yeah. So that's a thing that has to happen. It's a fixed point in time, and it leads to the eventual apocalypse. So she needs to make sure that happens. But she probably occasionally works for Spider again, or various things to lead up to November 8th of 2016. So, she hangs out with a certain real estate entrepreneur and is like, you should do someday is run for president.
Oh no! Sister Midnight's what's really responsible. I thought it was economic anxiety.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
She's like the bad Forrest Gump. Like she's responsible for
Free
like
evil everywhere.
she's responsible for most of the bad things that happened throughout the 80s and the 90s.
Ooh.
Because it inspires better punk rock music.
I guess. I don't know. The punk rock now, I don't know if it's that great. But
You know what? She can't see past November 8th, 2016.
all right.
Like
well,
it worked up until then. Like Iran-Contra deal leads to the Pixies. But I mean, like, and eventually Nirvana. I mean, and it's a thing she has to do to set up Nirvana, and Nirvana's important. That's right. All the horrible things that happen is because a punk rock fan wants music to be angrier.
well, mission accomplished there. And what about Cyberfang? Is he sticking with Spider?
Oh, definitely. I think Weaver the Brave now is going to teach him how to control himself. All those little urges of sucking people's blood and killing them and ripping their hearts out and everything. That's hopefully going to die down.
Or at least it'll be the right people getting their blood sucked and their hearts ripped out.
Have you
Namely,
tried blood banks?
blood banks.
Just go there and start ripping people's hearts out.
Set up a subscription.
Sai can weigh in on the vitality absorption. It's kind of his thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can offer some good advice there.
Alright. But yeah, you'll join Spider and help them take out Commando Corps and whatever people are responsible for turning him into this monstrosity of a
Oh,
freak.
nice.
There's one thing I forgot about before
Metal jaw.
before
A
she
metal
leaves.
jaw? No. Metal
so-
fangs, though.
Spider this time she actually does separate Sai and Strangel
Oh, okay.
from each other.
Alright, so you may actually see a return of Strangel.
Yes, but leaves the wolf with you because you said that you wanted to keep the wolf, right?
Whoa, so now it's Wolfness or Sigwolf? I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll have to see how that ends up if Cygnus makes a return.
Yeah.
So, I think that brings us to the close for tonight. Big thank you to my players. Big thank you everyone for listening. And next week, we're back to our normal story with I See No Glory, an issue taking place in 1980s England and Ireland for some early Vertigo fun. So we'll have a lot of returning characters. I think Nick can't quite make it for that one, but Dallas will return with Imperium Prime. Michael might be joining us then, I think. Yes, with as yet to be announced. His hero. And there'll be some great, speaking of punk rock, there'll be some great punky heroes coming up next time.
Poor Vizanda's still
Yes,
another
what-
dimension.
Oh yeah, let's see how Vizandu gets out of that one.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and just look out for some of these threats that are going on to make the team sing soon. Somebody is storing up their table tokens just to make the crew sing some songs. So
Musical episode.
hoard them away, and also send me a. We'll make sure you have enough tokens. That let's just figure that out. So, thanks for tuning in and join us next week. We are going to just fly through these the next few weeks. We are here every single Tuesday, doing the thing, doing the Generation Hero. So, thanks everyone. Have a great night, and make sure and pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. Good night.